So, welcome back to Sensory Marketing. So, today we have the Chapter 3 Sensory Principle for Vision. And today we are exploring the most prominent and the seductive of all human sense. I call it the vision. So, in marketing, vision is generally accepted as the most important sense because approximately 70% of all sensory information is delivered to the brain through our eyes. So we engage in the visual consumption, where we use our eye to gain meaning, pleasure, and identity from the brain. For firms, visualizations is the prime tool to convey the brand identity and values. So, for example, you can think of Instagram. Instagram offers a purely visual experience that sharing high-quality photos allows companies to capture consumer attention long before a physical store visit. And moving on to understand the vision, we must look at how the brain processes it. So for the physiological side, the brain naturally follows the Gestalt principle. So meaning it creates a purposive whole, even from a fragmented parts. So the eye works like a camera where the pupil is able to and the retina acts as a film. So for the psychological side, there is a proven visual superiority over verbal information for recall. So visual acts will trigger affective response measuring balance, a positive like joy or negative like guilt. So for example, a product aesthetic response is often more influential than its function. So you might buy a BMW partly because the divided engine grille front creates a immediately distinct frontal image in your mind. So vision is highly selective. So we only notice a stimuli that satisfy our personal attitudes. So for gender and culture deeply impact vision. So women generally recognize abstract form better than men. So culturally, Westerners tend to fixate on a focal object, while the Southeast Asian pay more attention to the relationship between the background and the object. So visual symbolism is another key area. So in Western culture, red might symbolize Christmas, but in China, red is a lucky color of a new year. So marketers in Southeast Asian often use lucky names and numbers to create a positive attitude. So we apply the SER model to service space. So the first one is the architecture. The high ceiling are linked to the sense of freedom and abstract thinking. So for example, like a craftsman manufacturers use a higher ceiling to make a carving experience feel more positive. So the second one is color. So blue environments are perceived as more relaxing than the red one. So shoppers in blue environments spend longer searching for product, increasing the purchase profitability. And the last one is just lighting. Brightness impacts creativity and product perceptions. Like example, grocery store use red lighting over meat to make it look red and fresher than it do gray. And the last one is the vision in brand and products. So finally, so companies communicate identity through graphic design. So color helps to retrieve brand meanings from memory. So blue signal trustworthiness, while black are linked to power. So for example, in supermarket, red label have the highest attention value for the price promotion. And we also have the packaging. It has both aesthetic and functional tasks. So a cute packaging with a cartoon-like image increase the perception of a product tastiness, but it can decrease the perception of healthiness. And moving on to chapter 4, the sensory principle for sound. So sound express our identity and state of mind, such as laughing or crying. So we are surrounded by soundscape from birth to daily life, from a mother's beat to smartphone alarm. So, for example, like a friend like BMW creates a playlist on Spotify. So, by allowing customer to take the brand music with them, they induce long-term loyalty and positive emotions. And next one, sound consists of three elements: ambient sound, voice, and music. So sound is more intimate because it is experienced inside the head, whereas the vision is perceived as outside. So the brain processes like the rhythmic melodies and jingles are stored in the right hemisphere, which is why they stay so long in our memory. And the second thing is the psychological factors. So sound is measured by tempo, pitch, and structure. For example, fast music is viewed as happier than slow music, which conveys melancholy. So music can trigger real physical reactions like chill or higher heart rates. And now we have a sound perception and socio-culture. So auditory perceptions is the ability to receive and interpret stimuli through sound waves. So music acts as an emotional language. So while some associations may be universal, so most cultures develop music style reflecting the unique lifestyle. So is it vital for safety, like hearing a car horn or a fluid communication in customer meeting? And next one, we also have the sound in service environment. So in a store, music is the lead tool to create atmospheres. So in store, music impacts behavior. So for instance, a fast tempo music can cause people to eat or drink more. So like Abercrombie and Fitch play loud music to create a nightclub vibe. So sometimes causing staff and customers to dance, transforming the store into a live club. So the music coherence. So the sound must match the service level to avoid being perceived as intimidation. And the last one, we have a sound in brand and products. So to conclude, sound is the foundation of emotional brand experience. So we use jingle and sound symbolism to express brand identity. So for example, like Coca-Cola use the distinct sound of a bottle opening and a liquid pouring to trigger a buying thirst response in consumer. So this emotional embodiment turns a simple sound into a powerful purchase driver. And thank you for your attention. So by mastering vision and sound, we create a multi-sensory world that truly connect with the consumer body and mind.